Hi, I'm Alex, and today we're taking a look at the starter kits for our brand new xiSpec2 cameras. This is what you get when you order a xiSpec2 camera with all the recommended accessories. In this case, you have the camera itself and most of the accessories, but we're setting this aside for now and taking a look at this first. This is the light diffuse reflectance target that you get with the camera. And before I open this up, I'll put on some gloves because this is a very sensitive optical surface. The first thing you find in here when you open it up is a big sign telling you, please don't touch the surface, right? So don't touch it. Then there's also some documentation on how to handle this. A few sheets of these papers, so you can set down the target on them. If you don't have them already, like I do, there's a pair of vinyl gloves, and then the target itself. So, this is the target itself. It's basically a surface with a perfectly homogeneous reflectance over the whole spectrum. It's not only perfectly white for the human eye and for the cameras we're shooting this video with, but also for a hyperspectral camera across the whole visible spectrum, well into the near-infrared spectrum. If you want to create a reference image using a hyperspectral camera, for example for a flat field correction, you will always need such a target. The target is the same for all xiSpec2 cameras, so if you have another xiSpec camera, you can use the target you get from that, and you don't have to order this again. So, very careful with this. Now on to the main course. So the first thing you find in here is a quick start guide that tells you how to register for support and get all the manuals. And you also get a small cleaning cloth, a screwdriver, a tripod, which is optional, so you only get it if you ordered it, 2 cables, one USB cable for the camera and one trigger cable. In case you want to use the camera with USB-C, you get this small adapter here. This USB stick is important. It contains more documentation and links to download the software, but more importantly, it also contains the calibration files and the validation reports for your camera. Each camera has its own unique calibration file with precisely measured response values. In the previous xiSpec generation, we measured the values for the sensor only. Now we have improved our process to measure the values for the whole camera. And here it is, the camera itself with a tripod bracket already attached. So you can just screw it onto the tripod. On the outside, xiSpec2 cameras look exactly the same as the first generation, but on the inside there are some major improvements. We have added a special coating to the inside of the housing to improve the optical properties. The bandpass filter is now integrated in the camera, and the hyperspectral sensors have been improved to reduce overlapping between peaks. The final part you need to use your hyperspectral camera is a lens. The lens included in the starter kit has been carefully chosen to give you the optimal optical properties for hyperspectral imaging. So for the lens, you have 3 different options in 3 different focal lengths. Depending on your application, you can choose between 16, 25 and 35 millimeters. So let's just plug in the cable. And the other end goes to your PC, and also plug in the trigger cable, which you can just use to connect whatever trigger signal you have. So as you can see, with the xiSpec starter kit, you have everything you need to get started with hyperspectral imaging. If you like this video, leave a like. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and subscribe to our channel. And I will see you in the next video.